Because positive thinking works the same way that discipline works, in that if you want to be more disciplined in your life, the key is not just make yourself be more disciplined or force feed discipline on yourself or say, hey, how bad do you want to be disciplined? I mean, people say things like that, and technically it can work, but it usually doesn't work in the long term, simply because force feeding yourself to be any type of way when you don't have a solid reason to be it isn't a long-term strategy for success in any aspect of life. So if you want to be a more positive thinker in your life, the number one thing you need to do is you need to structure positive outcomes into your life such that you have a reason to think positively about what's happening. It's a good idea, right? So if you're an athlete, for example, and I'll give you a couple examples here, but if you're an athlete, for example, and you want to think more positively about your ability to play your sport, basketball, tennis, football, the best thing you can do to think positively about your ability in that sport is to get yourself a trainer, get on a team, practice more with players who are better than you, and do things that you know are structuring a tangible, noticeable improvement in your performance. So then it makes more sense for you to think positively about the way that you play. You have a real reason now to think positive rather than just telling yourself to think positive just because. If you're in sales, for example, and we're all in sales on some level, but if you're in sales and you actually call yourself a salesperson, best way for you to think positive is not just to tell yourself that or listen to motivational tapes every day or whatever material is supposed to get you excited or revved up for the day. Instead, make sure that you have a book of prospects that you can continually call on so that you have a reason to think positive about the day in front of you, because you know, if I go talk to all these prospects and I know I have a 40% closing rate and I got 10 calls on the calendar, I can positively expect 4 sales. All right, that gives you a real reason to be positive.